Well, hello there, everybody. What's up? I hope you're all doing well. We're back again. It's part 9 already. Part 9. What is this? As you can see from just the park in the background, extensive progress has been made. And yeah, carrying on tonight. Thank you to everybody who was just over in the premiere a minute ago. That was hopefully fun for you all. It took quite a while to make, but it's all good. If you missed any of it or you wanted to re-watch it, it is uploaded in 4K, so you can re-watch in 4K. That's all good. So we'll have a quick hello in the chat to people. Catalyst is in. Hello, Catalyst. I hope you're doing very, very well. K-Fire as well. All been very active in the chat over in the premiere and in the stream tonight. Jessica Magley, got your name right again, you see. And Jad, I'm going to do my absolute best to pronounce your name. Please let me know if I'm wrong, but I do like to get people's names right. Jad Buaidi, is that correct? Just let me know. Welcome to the stream. And the channel, I guess. Chris, hello there. Thank you for being over in the premiere as well. And joining for the stream tonight. I'm just, getting things set up. As you all may know, there's been incredible new mods released recently for Jurassic World Evolution. Not to mention the infant T-Rex, which came out today, the adult Dilophosaurus. And I did notice in the previous chat, I was asked, are they replacements or anything, or new species? No, what they are is new cosmetic variants. So essentially now, when you put that folder for the infant T-Rex in your OVL data folder, when you go to your T-Rex into the genetics menu, it's a cosmetic variant, even though it uses, I think it's like the Troodon or Proceratosaurus rig. It is actually T-Rex by name. I believe the stats are the same. That was another question I got asked by Green Warrior, I believe. I will possibly check that out in the stream tonight. Canis Lupus, hello there. I hope you're all well. Feel free to test the Cloudbot to see if it's on. Let me see if I can test it. One moment. Here we go. I'll just put test, and then that'll let me know if it's working. Because I know you was all quite liking the you was quite liking the heists last stream. So yeah, may as well let it run again. I did activate it for the premiere. I didn't know whether it'd work for the premiere, but hopefully it works for the stream tonight. Hopefully. If not, I'll go in the settings and rejig it a little bit. Tiny Gamer, hello there. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. The Cloudbot does not seem to be working. I will keep messing about in the settings here trying to get it working because, yeah, it should be working. So let me mess about in the background here and see if I can get this. Basically, I'm just turning it off and then on again. That's like the thing when I looked up on the forums why it might not be working, like just turn it on and then off again. Seems to be the common way of fixing things. So in the background there's a lot going on. Yeah, but yeah, as you know, I do only stream on like one monitor, so Jurassic World Evolution takes up like like one section of the screen up there, and then there's like chat and stream preview, chat window, and then all my streaming settings just wedged into that one corner in the bottom there. Yes, it's not bad. It's not bad, but it's not ideal either. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to say having a massive TV and a decent gaming PC is a bad thing. Not by any stretch. But yeah, as you can see then, significant progress has been made, and last stream actually managed to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 enclosures last stream. Oh, smoking. So there is only like another 10 to go. Now, today there was the... 1 second, let me just turn my headset down. Just let me know in the chat if the desktop audio is a bit too loud. Oh, the desktop audio is not even on. Okay, let's give that a go. Okay, about there should be good. Yeah, okay, that's okay. Very loud through my headset. That's probably why I'm shouting down the mic a little bit at you. Yes, okay. So, as you know, today there was the what is it called? That dolphin dinosaur thing, ophthalmosaurus or something. And also yesterday there was the film accurate Mosasaurus as well. So this enclosure was custom designed for the Megalodon and the Elasmosaurus in that order. Basically, I think now, just let me know in the chat if you want to see this go forward. If you want me to actually divide this up into four sections, and we'll actually get all of them in. The Megalodon, Mosasaur, Elasmosaurus, and the Ophthalmosaurus. Yes. So Jad says, I am Nemesis, by the way. Just put in my real name. Jad is correct. Awesome. Awesome, mate. Well, nice to meet you, buddy, and thank you for joining us. Lewis Dodson, anyone seen Nedry around? Dodson, we got Dodson here. Dodson in the chat. Yes, crazy man. Good name, I like it. That's funny. K-Fire says, sorry Steve, I've got to go, I have an exam tomorrow. Goodbye. Well, au revoir, K-Fire. Good luck with your French exam. Try not to be too cringe there. Okay, yeah, I'll just call you Jad because that is a tough pronunciation. I will try again. Buaidi. Yeah, just let me know. The chat is on very low latency, so yeah, the chat should be like within just a few seconds of whatever you post. It'll come up and I'll respond to it. I was going to say react. I don't know why. React's the wrong word, but respond to your comments. Canis Lupus says, just seen your Indominus Rex, Indoraptor and Scorpius Rex vid. I had my figuratively money on the Indominus Rex winning. Luckily, it wasn't real money. Yes, well, I mean, if that E750 didn't have Venom, I think the E750 stats need nerfing a little bit. Dare I say it? Yeah, it has more defense than a T-Rex, an Indominus Rex. How can that be? How can that be? The Indominus Rex is like 7 or 8 times its size. You know what I mean? Okay. Jad says, good. Just say, Jad, I'm hyped for the next Enclosures. Yeah, just to let you know as well, I don't know if you've actually been following the other streams or anything like that, but once this part's complete, I will be uploading this to the Nexus for you all to use. And also, once it's complete, it will have a park tour that goes all the way through it. Yes, Catalyst says, read my quote. Okay, Alan Grant said, John said, do whatever it takes. Then this is what it takes. A T-Rex, Ian Malcolm. A T-Rex, Ian Malcolm size. I hate this place. It's good, but it's a bit all over the place. There's a lot going on in that one quote there. And obviously there was quite a lot that went on there. I was just trying my best to kind of optimize the chat a little bit there. Yeah, once this is complete, I will be uploading. I'll probably do a live park tour, and then I'll be uploading the full park tour video. Also, every single enclosure for this, well, 90% of the enclosures for this have been viewer suggestions. This is very much a community-driven park, and as you can see, the tour track goes all the way, and it will go all the way through every single enclosure as well. Cloudbot is now working, so if you want to try them heists, now's your chance. I haven't messed with any settings, so if someone else uses the exclamation mark heist space, then a number for your points. Basically, you've got about 1 minute to then join the heist yourself. And I know last stream everyone was having a field day with it, so you know, feel free to go wild on it. I won't be joining the heist tonight. I tend to win more than anybody else. That's not a rig, honestly. That is just how it is. It is set to pay out more than you lose, so it does pay to keep joining the heist. It's 75% win rate, so you've got 75% chance of doubling whatever money you put in. Well, whatever, not money, No, not money. This is not real money. Wondercoins. I have to giggle at that. I'm sorry. It's just so cheesy. Okay. So the first heist of the night is underway. Let me just get up to where we are then. So enclosure 19. As you can see, the stacks of paper are still growing and growing. I really need to optimize. I mean, there's piece 1, back and front these. You know, piece 2 there, piece 3, back and front. That one's actually turned inside out, so that's actually inside out and back and front. Piece 4 there with enclosures on it, that's the piece I need. 5 and 6 there, all with enclosure ideas. So enclosure 19 is the Triassic enclosure. So this is going to be grassless with them Triassic scenery props and everything like that. So yeah. Finally, I hate to say it, everybody. I'm sorry for everyone who just lost Wondercoins in that heist. But obviously, all of them heists were scripted by me. So, I thought that one would be quite funny. Bearing in mind, if you're in the heist, in the made-up story, if you kill all the dinosaurs or you kill the dinosaurs, you don't get your payment. That's like the fail response. That's 25% of the time, not very often. And obviously, look, sedatives are loaded, but a few of the group decide to secretly take lethal weapons just in case things go sour. And obviously the result is, this was not what was requested. Your crew went in guns blazing and turned the area into a shooting gallery. The bazooka really was uncalled for. We're not going to be paying for your services. When I was writing that, I was actually laughing. Because I just had like a mental image of a load of mercenary guys like hanging out of a helicopter, just bazookaing the living daylights out of all the dinosaurs and dinosaur chunks just flying everywhere. So I'm sorry you lost, but it's very 25% chance that's going to happen. If there wasn't actually a loss, then it wouldn't be that fun, would it? Do you know what I mean? If it was a win every time, it's kind of pointless. Yeah, but it's all right. Plenty more chances. I mean, every 3 minutes you can do a new heist, so it's all good. So enclosure 19. Then first of all, I'm going to have to change all of this to date, right from the beginning. There we go. Jessica Magley says Dino Crisis reference. No, I know you get a bazooka on Dino Crisis, but yeah. I wasn't particularly thinking of that when I made that, when I kind of scripted that. It was just kind of happened. I just had the mental image of all the dudes hanging out the helicopter with the bazookas and everything. And yeah, I just thought that was really funny. Yeah. Chunks flying everywhere. Yeah. No one's getting paid. They needed to come back alive and dino chunks were flying everywhere. So yeah, that's harsh. Enclosure 19's Triassic then. I think I'll throw in some of them spiky scenery prop thingies, you know what I mean? That look like they're from Jurassic Park, the Lost World game for PS1. When you're playing as the compy, you're always standing on them. It's horrible. Right, so I'm just kind of cleaning up some of the some of the kind of spillover from some of the other enclosures. So just give me a moment. Just need to kind of clear some of this up. The raptor enclosure was kind of overbearing a little bit. I did sort of whip that raptor enclosure together, but it's gone very well. It's got tall grass and everything. It's real nice. Go on, remove the trees. Oh, that's better. We don't want any conventional trees in this enclosure. I hate to say it, but I'm probably going to invisible wall all of this as well. Jad says, I'm personally working on a North African river theme part of a delta, a desert, and some dry riverbeds. I hope to upload it to Nexus one day. I'll let you know, and I hope you'll check it out. Nice. Very nice. Canis Lupus says is asked for his points count, and unfortunately, he has 0 Wondercoins. it's kind of the way it is, isn't it? Let me be nice. I'll be doing this once and once only. You know, I am generous with these coins. Bearing in mind, down the line, I will be adding stuff you can do with the coins in the streams and stuff. For now, you just earn them. You have to do like scripted and that. I'm not very good at that kind of thing, but I'll try and enlist the help of somebody who knows what they're doing to do like things where you can type in you can't do it now, but in future you'll be able to type in things like exclamation mark T-Rex, and then like a T-Rex will come up on screen and do like a roar, like raptor, and then I'll put like a few little short clips from the films and things like that. The Owen Grady clip where it's like, it's killing for sport or something. I don't know. You know, I'll come up with something. Oh, Dodson, we got Dodson here. You know, yeah, the clips of Nedry as well. The Dilophosaurus when it's like spitting its face. I've got loads of ideas, loads of different ones I can put in there. So keep earning the coins, and yeah, we'll keep doing it. Okay, so I'm gonna add points just to get everyone started. Bearing in mind, last stream I gave away so many points, so I'll give everybody in the chat right now 100 points. So that should get you all off the ground, at least for anybody who hasn't got any Wondercoins already. Yeah. Jad says, first I have to get the 4 stars on Claire's Sanctuary. Yeah, obviously, if you've not cleared the main campaign, I do have a 100% save file that covers all the DLCs. You don't have to delete your own campaign either. All it does is you can take just the player file, put it in your own thingy. It doesn't delete any of your save games, so you can carry on your campaigns as normal. And then basically it just unlocks everything like you have previously cleared the game. But then you can carry on your own campaigns, all self-contained of how there was. So just let me know if you want a link to that, and someone else could, like, you know, post a link maybe. Yeah, Jad should I say. So yeah, just let me know. I've completely assumed there that you are playing on PC. In all honesty, I don't mean to sound like a Jurassic World Evolution snob, but you know, the only way to play it now for me is on PC. If I had to play it now without these mods and everything, I'd be kind of very disappointed, in all honesty. The mods for this have completely opened the game up to something way beyond what it was originally intended to do. It's insane. Chris says, what is that? Canis Lupus is smashing the slots in as well. Okay. like in between heists, everyone's just like mad on the slots as well. Yeah. Oh god. Oh, the slots isn't that good, I'll be honest. That's pretty weak, the slots. I do need to change it as well to like dinosaur related ones, but it requires actual using code and stuff, and I, you know, one wrong thing, I'm going to mess it up, aren't I? I know what I'm like. So for Triassic then, I believe in the Triassic there was actually no grass, am I correct? Or it's believed there was no actual grass in the Triassic. Chris says, how a sparkling heart's a bad thing. I don't know. All I did with that slots is enabled the module. That's how it's set by default. So yeah, I honestly don't know. Take your life in your hands with the slots. I don't know. That's it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I will get it changed though, so there's probably like better payouts and it's actually dinosaur themed. For anybody who subbed to the channel or plays Red Dead Online, I will just kind of laugh for a minute because everyone who plays Red Dead Online has been getting really hyped for this new update. And it hasn't happened. I am very, very glad I jumped ship from doing Red Dead Online content and moved over to Jurassic World Evolution. Don't get me wrong, if Red Dead Online gets a real big update, I might go back to doing Red Dead Online stuff, but trust me, I will not give up. I'll not give up, I promise, doing Jurassic World Evolution content alongside it. Do you know what I mean? Doing the new species shorts, the full showcases, the live streams, none of that will go away, okay? But I won't be fully featuring Red Dead Online videos, unless it's something I think will get a lot of views, or it'll be something that a lot of people will be interested in. Okay, because a lot of my highest viewed videos are still Red Dead Online videos, so you know, kind of trying to keep everybody pleased. You know what I mean? Okay, lots of people joining the heist. Chris goes in big with 2,000 there. There we go. Let's have a look. Yep. Bearing in mind, yeah, Canis Lupus. I'll just explain it real quick there. Yeah, you did press heist. You triggered the heist in the first message. So once you're in the heist and you've set a number, you have to kind of like wait for the next rotation with the Streamlabs spot. It's good. Catalyst says, Dennis Nedry, don't go cheap on me, Dodson. Yeah. I'm actually playing through Jurassic Park the game at the minute as well. If you want me to like start fresh and record my playthrough all the way through and upload it, just let me know, and that'll take a couple of weeks probably, but just let me know if you want me to upload that. Kenny says, hello Kenny, says, will you play Prehistoric Kingdom? It's like Jurassic World and Planet Zoo combined. I do like the look of it, yeah. When it gets a full release, I'll look into getting it. Yes, indeed, yo. Yeah, I was actually tempted to get Planet Zoo the other day, actually, but I've got kind of a lot on my plate with these new species and everything, you know, so yeah, with the Jurassic World Evolution mods, Planet Zoo is probably going to break me with all the, because I have a look on the Nexus page for Planet Zoo and there's so many new species mods for that. So many. The same, if not more, than there is Jurassic World Evolution. So many. Hello there, Digital. May I please just call you Digital? Or put in whatever name you'd like to be called. I do like to get people's names right, but the symbols and stuff in your name I don't know how to pronounce. So, but hey-o, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us tonight. Canis Lupus. Aha, okay, yes. Chris says the gamble paid off. Yeah, I'll just let you know, look, when you get the results message, you got some, but many of the dinosaurs remain at large and your crew used lethal ammo. Yeah, that's like a partial win. Some crew members will get a payout and others won't for that one. It's a partial win. Just thought I'd let you know. Yes. Catalyst says stream it. Wow. Yeah, maybe once this park's done, I'll not play it anymore. I'll not play Jurassic Park the game anymore. And once this part is complete, then I'll move over to streaming Jurassic Park the game. Does that sound like a plan? Hopefully it does, because I'm actually quite enjoying it. I'm only about an hour into the first episode. And there's 4 episodes. Each one takes hours to complete. So, yes. Digital says, Digital, yes, with peace signs. Awesome stuff. Yes. Nice. So, let's get some variation going. Bearing in mind, the stream's been going for 25 minutes and all I've done so far is just paint some floor. You know how it goes. I like to catch up with everybody, don't I? You know, I do like to catch up and make sure everyone's all right. Okay, so, you know, first thing I do is get straight in there, put a little bit of hillage in there. Hillage. Oh, I nearly forgot as well, yeah. You know what I mean? I can't forget the feedongs from last stream. The feedongs will be added later once the dinosaurs go in. Kind of nearly messed up the gate there. Let's get some rather nice kind of dips in the terrain as well. Catalyst says deal. Very nice. Deal it is. Deal, deal. Okay. That looks good. It looks very nice, that. I will have to put some light rock as well. Just to... Catalyst says, did you get the Microceratus? And no. No. Okay. In this enclosure, would you like me to put some stalagmites, stalactites, whatever they're called? Jessica Magley says, do you mean Jurassic World, the game? I thought Jurassic Park, the game, was discontinued. No, I mean the Telltale games. The Telltale games. You know, they made the Walking Dead Telltale games. There was the Borderlands ones. There was Batman ones. Possibly others as well. But they did Jurassic Park. And the entire storyline runs alongside the events of Jurassic Park 1. And it is considered semi-film canon. So there's bits that are going on. Not really spoilers because it is right near the beginning, but you play as Dodson's associate at the dock who's trying to get the Barbasol can from him. And then you have to go after Nedry and you find him dead in the car and then you're looking for the Barbasol and all that lot. Yeah, very, very good. Very, very good so far. Yeah, the reviews are good for it. That's why I got it. Okay, I think I need to put in some kind of nice landscape features into this enclosure and kind of make them look rocky. Telltale games were fun. Yeah, the Walking Dead one was incredibly good. It's a shame that actually ended. It really is. Okay, so just kind of wherever there's a nice increase in elevation, we'll kind of just put a nice what do you mean? What do you call it? Stalagmite, stalactite thing in there. I really don't like the way that looks there though. I hate it when fences do that weird, stupid... You know what I mean? Ah, goodness, that looks horrible. There we go. Jessica Magley says... 1 second, let me just make sure I'm doing this right. Jessica Magley says, oh, Jurassic Park Telltale. I thought you were talking about Jurassic Park Builder. No. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound so rude there, but... yeah, I actually tried playing Jurassic Park Builder for the Game Boy Advance... a few days ago, thinking it'd be like a portable version of Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, and I was sorely wrong on that. It's very, very tough, and yeah, not my kind of game. Funnily enough, I usually love park builders. It just doesn't make any sense. I hate to say it, it just doesn't make any sense. How you meant to do anything. And I've played some finicky park builders. That one is finicky. Then again, it is a park builder for the Game Boy Advance. So, I mean, what do you expect? But, yeah. Okay. Canis Lupus says, The Wolf Among Us is good. I'll have to have a look. Bearing in mind, I have just got Jurassic Park the game. And I'm yet to get through the first episode. So, if I'm going to do any. And bearing in mind, there's never going to be sequels for that. Because Telltale Games went bust years ago. So... It is just a one-off thing, just a product of its time, you know. Jessica Magley says, on another note, rest in pepperoni, Telltale. I've never heard of that one. Bearing in mind, I will be using, whatchamacallit on this, invisible fence, to kind of fence off all of these anomalies, stalagmites, stalactites, whatever. Just going to put a few around, you know what I mean, just so it just adds a bit of variety to the landscape, and then kind of colour them in rock. Get a load of them Triassic trees and all that lot. You know how it goes. Just trying to make the enclosures, each one be a bit more, just make them pop a little bit, you know what I mean? And I kind of want one feature in here in the Triassic enclosure, which looks a bit like that mountain thing from Close Encounters of the Third Kind. So let's get the raise tool in here, and probably there, I think. Just get it somewhere like that. Okay, that looks about right, but then I just need to kind of get the flatten tool, stick some water up there. You know what it's like with the water tool. You can kind of just abuse it a little bit just to kind of... There we go. That looks good. Oh, we do have some weird water buggage there. Water buggage. New words are being created. Live on stream. Oh, Jessica Magley says, as in rest in peace, lol, Telltale went out of business. Yes, I am now remembering. Yeah, Telltale did go out of business, and it is a shame. There was like some controversy with it, if I remember rightly. It was many years ago. There we go. Let's just stick a bit of grass on top of here. And then these edges need to be rock. I'm always kind of resistant to putting these tall structures in because, yeah, they kind of look not that good. But if I can do this right, they will look good, hopefully. So let's turn these into rock. And then I'm going to have to invisible fence a whole load of this as well. Chris says, to quote another streamer, rest in spaghetti, never forgetty. Okay, I've never heard that one before. Okay. So that's why I'm just like, I don't know. Kind of out of the loop. Yeah, it seems I am out of the loop. Okay, all right, let's get the rock textures going on this. Yeah, if you put structures that are too high, you get them long shadows. And I'm not a fan of them long shadows, I will be honest. Ugh, I should have done the grass at the end. Okay, let's just do it and put the grass back. That looks rubbish. I will need to just put a little bit of extra time into that. Yeah, so just let me know with the aquatic enclosure that's over here. It is designed for the Megalodon and the Elasmosaurus. Let me know in the chat right now. So obviously there's 10 people watching. You guys are regulars in the stream and have put many ideas forward. Would you like me to keep it as this, or would you like me to divide it into four sections, kind of like that? Trying to put it over to that side, you know what I mean? If I did it like that, kind of like put an extra divider in. I won't be doing that on stream because it is tedious. It requires, you know, saving the game, reloading the game numerous times. I'm not going to put you through that. Editing water sections like that is just tedious. So I won't do that on stream. I'll do that out of stream, like I did with building it before and doing the volcano and everything. Massive kind of landscape jobs. You know, you kind of want to do them not on stream. They take ages, and it's just you have to keep saving, reloading. Without the water there, then building the hatcheries, dropping the dinosaurs in, but because the new species, you don't want to overwrite the save in case then the save in future needs them. By default, you know, a lot of saving, reloading. So, yeah. Ball Lake, yeah, that's the way to put it. Chris says one large area, yes. How are you guys liking the look of this Triassic enclosure so far? I'm quite liking the look of this. I will make it a bit more, what's the word, bobbly though. Canis Lupus says possibly 4, as there may be even more marine creatures, or one big enclosure instead. Yeah, the problem is with one big enclosure though, they're all different sizes, and the water level, the water on Isla Pina is not see-through. So the film accurate mosasaur, if that goes in next to, say, that ophthalmosaur that came in today, and for reference, say that's the ophthalmosaur there, and then that's like the film accurate mosasaur. It's like much bigger, probably like that much bigger. So it'd be sticking up over the water, probably floating, and the ophthalmosaur's fin would just be sticking out. And if I did the water level up to the mosasaur, then the ophthalmosaur would just be completely hidden. So kind of having to balance. That's why I split this enclosure here. And they are actually different levels under this water to accommodate the different sizes. And then I've put invisible fence around it already. So it's just a case of basically increasing that water level, saving, loading. Then there'll be no water in here. And then I kind of know that edge there is the water level. So then if I drop the dinosaurs in, I have to kind of gauge it like that. Save it, reload it by just lowering this section a touch, let the water flood in, kind of put variances underneath the water so you get bits where they stick out more and stick out less. It's an absolute nightmare to make it look good when the water's not completely see-through. I'm just saying. Okay, so I don't want that completely flat on top. It looks pretty silly. Let's just kind of put a little bit of bobblage to it. Yeah, that's better like that. That looks much better. Kind of better. It'll look better, I think, when some trees and water goes in. Hopefully. Obviously, Triassic enclosure would have no grass, should I say? Not no water. Where's that coming from? Okay, so we'll stick some water down. Kind of, if I do them a bit bigger to begin with, in the lower sections, looks more natural. And then if I use the flatten tool, it'll remove some of the water anyway, and then it makes it look better. The saw track will come in around there. Weave around. Don't want to send it round. Probably round there. Probably round the outside of that, round and then out. I think it'd probably be the best thing. Like I say, any suggestions that you want to put in the chat for me, let me know. You know what I mean? This is the thing. Bearing in mind, when this gets uploaded, you might want to use it yourself, and you might be like, "Oh, nice! I suggested that bit." You know what I mean? That's good. Digital says, "Well, I head out now. Got an exam. Happy streaming. Yes, all the best. Good luck with your exam, and hopefully, I'll catch you again soon." Yes. Oh, look at that! I've accidentally just knocked that tower down a little bit. That's a shame. Don't really care though. Still looks good. Catalyst says, "I need help." Don't we all? No, I'm only kidding. What do you need help with, mate? Just let me know. I will have to nip off in a minute and get a drink top up and nip for a wee. I'll only be a couple of minutes. But feel free to use the chat bot to do heists and chat amongst yourselves for a minute. Just let me know in the chat if you think that Triassic enclosure is looking any good. Bearing in mind there is a load of scenery items to go in there yet. I may even put in some of these trees just to add a bit of greenery to it, but I'm not too taken with that idea. Yeah, so I'll be back in 3 minutes, 4 minutes, something like that. I'll catch you real soon, okay? I won't be long. Just gonna grab a drink and nip for a wee, okay? 3 to 4 minutes tops, yeah? Hello. I'm back. Just decided to tip me water and move on to the Pepsi. Not sponsored. There we go. I hope you're all well. Thank you for sticking around. There we go. Pop that over there. And let's carry on. So, in the chat, I'll just catch up there. Chris says, oh, oh, sorry, dude. At 75% payout, I still do stick by the thingy. That is what it is set at. Canis Lupus says, I doubled my coins. Oh, yes. There we go. You've got a foothold now. From that 100, if you don't always bet everything, just in case you lose it all. Yes. But we'll if you lose them all, they do kind of take a while to build up again. Yeah, I will reset it all. I want to be quite generous with these coins, but I haven't got round to figuring out how to change everything in the Streamlabs bot thing yet, so I will get to it. Chris says, I like the spires, maybe add a few more. Okay. Like, how many? 10 more? Like 10 more of these thinnish ones, but not as high as that. Bearing in mind, it's going to take quite a lot of invisible fence, but I'm happy to do it. That's the whole point. It's kind of like so. A few more of the spires. Okay, Catalyst says, I need to get 43 Compsognathus to the Lost World. Oh, I see. Okay. Yes, how is that park build coming along, by the way? Last time I saw a picture of it, it looked pretty good. Small ones around the fence line. Good thinking. Okay. Kind of do it. It's kind of like, yeah, I see what you mean. Just kind of so it kind of obscures the fence, I think is what you mean. Yes, hopefully. Hopefully that's what you mean. Remember, there is Triassic trees to go in here as well. Something like that, but they need to be a bit less uniform, don't they? Some of them need to be kind of doubles as well. That looks good. I like that. A little less uniform, because when they're just straight cones, it looks a bit too artificial, doesn't it? Straight cones are boring and don't look very natural, so. Catalyst says, good, just adding redwoods. Nice. Nice, yeah, I like that. A lot of this enclosure is going to be kind of unusable, but I need to add a few smaller bumps as well to this. All of this will have to be invisible fence, but I don't mind doing that. I don't mind one bit. This section here needs kind of supporting ones around the base, otherwise it doesn't look very natural, if you know what I mean. Needs a couple of thingy ones. That is the Big Daddy spire in it, so we need to kind of add some supporting kind of cones to that. This is looking very good though. This has improved. Bearing in mind when the stream began, I didn't have any set plan as to what to do with this enclosure, so this is good. I think one either side of where the entrance is going to look good as well. It'll kind of introduce the enclosure quite nicely. That's looking good. A few more around the outside. Okay, is this to everyone's liking so far? Bearing in mind I will paint these with rock and also invisible fence them so the dinosaurs aren't going to be walking up it all. That's looking good. So let's get the paint tool on this then. And I want the rock painter. Okay, and kind of got to be careful the way you pepper these. Okay. Yeah, this is looking good. Me likey. Just small rocky outcrops. Triassic. Yeah, I did actually ask for the Triassic dinosaurs. Remember that, what is it called? That one that came out today with the kind of long neck and the two horns. I can't remember the name of it. I will add that to the list. But so far for the Triassic, we've got Liliensternus, Eoraptor, Postosuchus, Niosaur, Plateosaur, Musaurus, Gajerasaurus, Triassic foliage. That's what I've got written. But if you want to quickly tell me the name of that one that came out today, if you would, please. I can't remember the name of it. Came out today. Kind of long neck with the horns. Looks weird, if you know what I mean. That one. And I'll definitely add that to the list because it does deserve to be in the Triassic enclosure. The more odd they can look, the better. That's kind of what I think. Just little rocky outcrops. Oh, there we go. Kind of get it like that. This is going to look good when the Triassic trees go in. I really hope so. Anyway. Kind of grassy there. I don't want grass. It's kind of peppering a bit more rock around the entrance there. Okay, I don't mind a little bit of grass overspill. That's fine. Catalyst says, then I'm off to Jurassic Park 3. Oh, nice. Yeah, for anyone who don't know, Catalyst is designing, it seems like every park within Jurassic World Evolution from the main films. Very, very nice. I did see a save file mod go up on the Nexus earlier, actually. What was it called? Jurassic Park, designed in the style of Jurassic World, and that actually looked really good. You know, like with the main street and the hotels and all that lot. But it was, but it's all Jurassic Park buildings. It does look really good. I will be honest. Therizinosaurus says Canis lupus. I don't think the Therizino is Triassic. I don't believe. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but that's not the one that I meant. Let me have a quick look. Come on, mouse. It's not out of juice. Okay. Right, let me bring up the Nexus page. I'll just have a quick look. The Shringosaurus. That's what it's called. The Shringosaurus. That one. I did a short video of it earlier. Let me just. Yeah, I will go through and just quickly grab the link for that. Content, Yos. Shringosaurus. Yeah, let me just grab the link. And post that in the chat for you. Just in case you wanted to give it a quick look. Paste. Yeah, that is it in the chat now. Bearing in mind the different chats, the chats run at different speeds on different things, but that's the one that I'm on about. So let me add that to the list because that is going to want to go in the Triassic enclosure. Yes. Shringer. Just adding this to the list. I am going to streamline this list and do it in a digital format as well. So basically when the save file uploads, it'll have the list of dinosaurs in the intended enclosures and everything. Do you know what I mean? Catalyst says, I'm going to make a Jurassic World, then soon make heavy storms to break the buildings and fences. Nice. Yeah, and then just repair one or two, or you're just going to leave them all thingy there. Bodan, hello there, says, hey man, that's a nice park you're building. Thank you very much. It is getting a little bit on the epic side now. This is beyond halfway done. I'm now working on the Triassic enclosure. Yeah, thank you very much, mate. I hope you're well. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he says, congrats on 1 year since you've started your channel. It's not 1 year since I started the channel. The channel was started back in 2015. I had minimal successes here and there. I picked the channel up, put it back down, started doing other channels, came back to the gaming channel, but never really put too much effort into the gaming channel, in all honesty, up until exactly 1 year ago today. Now yesterday for me, because it's 20 past 12, but for people in the US, it was 1 year ago today that I basically started uploading again to the channel. When I picked the channel back up, I think it was on like after 5 years of maybe twice I'd picked the channel up, and maybe for a month or two done a few uploads. Didn't have any major successes and everything, did other channels. Sorry to go off on a bit of a tangent here, but I am quite happy with how things are going at the minute. I will just visit that real quick, that community post that I put up today. So yeah, when I started again last June, I was doing a drone channel where I'd like travel the UK, get drone footage of like historical locations, and basically then do you know what I mean, write my own spoken history essays, but then obviously lockdown and everything, I'm not going to bang on about that too much. So I decided to do the gaming channel. Obviously at the time I was well into Red Dead Online, Jurassic World Evolution, emulators and stuff, so I decided to do just a few videos of that, see how it went. Minimum successes, but this time actually kept at it. Tried to keep the quality level much higher than I'd ever done before. Keep the uploads consistent, get some live streams in. Yeah, so 1 year ago today is when I started uploading again. And at that point, I was on about 60 or 70 subs after 5 years, maybe 40,000 views. Basically, that was down to one video that had like 30,000 views, something like that. A Blue Stacks Guide video, which is still growing to this day, funnily enough. But yeah, and I kind of set myself a goal. I kind of said to myself, if within 1 year I can hit 1k subs and 250,000 views, which at the time seemed like a completely unobtainable goal. I've never had any kind of success like that on any YouTube channel before. And basically 1 year from that point, where I kind of wanted 1,000 subs and 250,000 views, I'm close to it in 1 million views and nearly 2,500 subs. So I've gone double, triple, nearly quadruple my expectations on the subs and views front. And like I say, whenever I talk about the channel in that way, I have to thank you guys. You're the guys who watch the videos, support me in the chat. You know, I can't thank you enough, you know. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. You know, always feeling the love over here. I really am. So yeah, that's that. It's not 1 year since I started the channel, but it is 1 year since I started to take the channel seriously. Yeah. Canis Lupus there in the chat put a link to the dinosaur new species vote. So in the chat, go there. It's only available for one more day. And then I will be doing a full showcase, top 25 showcase of the best new species that have ever released. There's like 195 in that list. You can vote on 10. I'd say 10 a day, but it's been running for 2 weeks. You can vote on 10 more, put the votes in. Please do. Thank you, Canis Lupus, for reminding me of that. And then basically the top 10 will end up in Enclosure 30 in what will be called the top 10 Safari. Yeah, I will just get to the other chat in a minute. Adriano says, I'd like to see a mod of a better Hadrosaurus more similar to Jurassic Park 2 image designing and Nipponosaurus and Rugops. Hello there, Adriano. Yes, thank you for joining us. There is actually a lot of Hadrosaurs, new species, based upon Edmontosaurus, Centaurosaurus and Iguanodon rigs. There's actually quite a lot of them. There's quite a lot. So just have a look through. Yeah, if anybody can suggest their favourite Hadrosaur new species to Adriano, please do. I'd recommend the Iguana Colossus. That is an absolute beast. It's an Iguanodon, just much bigger. Not ridiculously bigger, but bigger enough to make it stand out. It's really nice. Bodan says, so any plans on working on that concept art for those 4 buildings? You know, now is the time to strike. Those devs are sitting in their offices working on it. Yes, that... I'm not going to say it slipped me mind or I'd forgot about it, but I was on other things. I will get to that because obviously now there is the non-replace building, the feeder. So hopefully, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd love to see scenery item buildings, you know, just like buildings you could put down, even if there was just scenery. I'd love that. But if they had functionality to them, that's a game changer. So I was kind of waiting for some kind of functionality to be available for the buildings. Yes. And now that seems to be a thing. So hopefully, yeah, I will get round to covering that concept art. It is very interesting. I will get round to it. But them sort of videos take a lot of time to make, and it's just a case of when I get the time. I do tend to find myself more busy than I like to be a lot of the time. Okay, Catalyst says Jurassic World, save it, then destroy it with tornadoes. Then save it to name it Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom build. That is nice, actually. I do like the sound of that. I do apologise if I keep wiping my forehead. It is a it's been a roasting hot day today. One of the hottest days of the year so far. And it's still very, very hot in the UK at the minute, even in the middle of the night. So if you see me keep doing that, I do apologise. It's very warm. And this headset is just keeping the heat in. So yeah, it's all good now. I'm not moaning. Bodan says, do you want me to write up a script? You don't need to talk about DLC, but those buildings are what's important. Yes, mate. Message me on Discord. Okay, write me something up. And obviously, when it comes to it, I will do my best to cover it, like represent it as best as I possibly can. Okay. Right. Okie dokie then. So with this enclosure, does that look good for them kind of sticky up bits? Hopefully it does. So right now then, I'll put the invisible fences in first. Obviously, I'll do them as normal fences to begin. I'll do them as big concrete fences. And then it's easier to invisible fence them because you can see where they all are. Okie dokie. Catalyst says, happy early summer. Yeah. It's absolutely roasting. I'm not kidding. I can't actually express how warm it is in this room. Okay, it's probably going to be more better if I just wall some of this off completely. Yeah, bearing in mind, you know, these will be invisible fence. They won't look like this when the thing is complete. It's probably going to be better overall if I actually just wall that section off. Because it's quite finicky in that corner and I don't want them all getting stuck in one corner. That looks good anyway. There's still going to be plenty of space for them to walk, but it means there's going to be more along the tour track as well, which is what we want. Bodan says, will do. Thank you, mate. Thank you very much. Chris says, or not says, but emotes, thumbs up, emoji. Yeah, I'm so out the loop when it comes to emojis and emotes and everything. I've completely lost track of what half of them even mean. Yeah, definitely a 90s kid right here, you know what I mean? Okie dokie then. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wall all of that off, and then it should kind of keep them roughly within this tour area. If I send the tour round there, yeah, we'll see where the fences go, and then we'll kind of semi add the tour track in at the end, something like that. I know this looks a bit naff, but it will be good when it's done. Get this in, because a lot of the Triassic trees I can put behind the fences, so it'll be absolutely fine. They can stay there, them bumps. That looks good anyway to me. Then if I kind of wall off this section, that bump there, is that wall off territory? I think it is. Yes. Wall that entire section off there. Look, that's looking good. It looks pretty crap at the minute, but it is going to be good when it's done, I can assure you. Okay, so let's kind of add just a small wall off for this one. Nearly. Okay, wall this off. I've noticed I've missed a little bit of paint on that one. I will get to that before the end of this enclosure. I'm probably going to wall that off. Let's just wall that off. Wall off this entire section as well. Bearing in mind where that shadow is, it's going to be hard to see the dinosaurs in that. So I'm going to kind of just wall all of that off and call that a day, that section. So it will be quite narrow, but there's plenty to go at. There's still plenty to see. Have the tour track kind of wind in amongst these. Have a few rocks sticking up around the place. Triassic trees all over. Bearing in mind a Triassic enclosure, like I said at the beginning of this enclosure build, you know what I mean? I don't think there was grass in the Triassic, so that's why I'm just having to do it. I've kind of had to make up for the blandness of the terrain paint with more extreme environment features, just to keep any kind of interest in this enclosure and keep it relatively realistic to what it would be, you know what I mean? So that looks good now. It looks like a bit of a maze, but it's all good. So the tour track goes in through there, probably round the water, up, through, round, and then comes out through here. Nah, I think that looks pretty good. Woo! So warm tonight. I nearly forgot the One Pair stream. Gotta say hello to El Doggo. He's always there. He's such a loyal doggo. It's Tazzy, man. Feel free to say hello in the chat, and I'll pass on the loves in terms of pats to the bum and strokes to the face. Yes. He's a good doggo, that one. He's very good. Very well trained. One Pair stream to mention and show the doggo. Okie dokie. Enough of that. Right, I do need a little bit more water in there. It's going to take a little bit more. So let's kind of try and expand this just a little bit more. Catalyst says, by the way, you're almost done with the park. Not far off. Look at this. It's only these left to go. Smoking. And then obviously, when the time comes, I will get all of the mods necessary ready off stream, because that'll probably take several hours to assemble all of the new species, make sure they're all patched, and everything like that. Just make sure it's all working fine. Yes. Jessica, hello there. Welcome to the stream. Says, hiya, how are you? I'm excellent, thank you. How are you? I hope you're doing well. As you can see, I'm doing the Triassic enclosure at the minute. And it's looking pretty crazy, but there's a grand plan. Okay, so let's get rocks in then. Big rocks as well. We want big rocks for this. Jessica says hybrid's going to be released first, then you know. Oh, nice. Do you have any kind of time scale of when you're going to be releasing? Did you see that? What happened to me? What happened to me stumps? Oh, I hope it's not going to ruin my stumps. Let me drop a save. Let me drop a save there. If it's going to ruin the stumps, I'm not happy. Oh, what is this? To be honest, I mean, that reduced one doesn't look that bad. But if it's going to be ruining these tall ones, I'm not going to be happy. So I might have to abandon the rocks. Okay. Jessica says it looks nice. Yeah, it will do. I'm going to invisible fence a lot of it, just to kind of keep things where they need to be. Yeah, a few of these thorns isn't going to go amiss. Yes, so a few of these near the water's edge is going to be pretty good, I think. Hopefully it's not ruining the spires. Near the water's edge will look good. Obviously this isn't grass, so... And it looks kind of semi... Oh, in the water as well. Yeah, that's even better. Semi in the water. Not fully in the water, but semi. Semi in the water, yeah. That's the ticket. Getting way too excited about these. Yeah, they do remind me of them assets from the Lost World Jurassic Park, the game for PS1. If you ever play that. I have done a full playthrough on the channel before, by the way, on a PS1 emulator. It's 4K, the full thing, all DNA. Full, like, 100% playthrough. You know what I mean? Not going to do it any other way. With the secret Jeff Goldblum ending as well as Ian Malcolm, where he tells you to go outside and, you know, find a member of the opposite sex because you've spent too long inside and you smell. Like, he's in character as Ian Malcolm as well. It's hilarious. There we go. Canis Lupus says, seen your new species mod in the BIS video too. Oh, nice. Yes. Okay, Catalyst says he should install redwoods because it really would make the colours of the dirt. Yeah, the thing is, I don't think there was any. Was there redwoods in the Triassic? Just asking, because this is the Triassic enclosure. Bearing in mind, I do have 2 other enclosures which are quite redwood centric. You know what I mean? There's this one over here, the Herrerasaurus enclosure, and this one is the Dilophosaurus enclosure as well. It's quite, like I say, quite redwood centric. So I'm trying to avoid putting redwoods in this because I don't think they existed in the Triassic. Trying to keep it, you know, relatively realistic. These are. Oh yes, these are Triassic plants. So let's kind of just have the odd bunch of these going in. There's a couple of other paints I need to put in. Oh, in the middle of the water. Yeah, that's got to be the one, hasn't it? That's got to be the one. Nah, it's too in the middle of nowhere. That. Kind of want these in the middle, and it looks like a little bit of a lotus garden or something. Okay. Jessica says, "What, mine, Canis, or someone else?" Canis says, "Yeah, you, Jess." Yeah. Bearing in mind, yeah, I'm just yeah. I do know of Best in Slot. I do occasionally watch a video of Best in Slots, but I don't follow devoutly or anything like that. So. Yes, if you want to put Best in Slots video in, the one that features Jessica's mod, put a link in by all means for Jessica or anybody else who wants to watch it. Not like the guy needs the traffic, but, you know, happy to give credit where credit is due. So, you know, I try and be nice like that. Trying to get the most amount of use out of every single asset that I've got at the minute. What's that called? Aracorioxylon. Butchered it. These need to be over in the kind of dry looking bits. You see, it's kind of ruining me stumps, isn't it? Yeah, a couple of them, and then a group of them over here and over here. Yeah, I like that. Don't want them over near there. Is that going to ruin me stumps? Let me drop a save. It's going to ruin me stumps. No, I'm not having that. I am losing my marbles, I think. Help. Send help. I don't know. What is going on? I honestly don't know. Oh, I just made the dog jump. Whoopsie. Look at that. Showed him off on camera, you know what I mean? Not a single person said hello to the dog. That's very sad. Look at his sad face that nobody cares. Look. Nobody cares about the dog. His tail's wagging and that. He's like, oh, is anybody saying hello? No, Taz, they're not. Sorry. Okay, there's the video link there from Canis. Catalyst says, please. There will be other enclosures, Catalyst, where I can put the redwoods in. But obviously, for now, it's best if I just put in like these. If I put redwoods in, it's not only do you need to put a few redwoods in to simulate a redwood forest, and it'll kind of destroy me stumps, which I'm not happy with. I don't know why it keeps destroying the stumps. Watch this. It is smoothing them off, to be fair, but it's not ideal. So let me have a look how this is going now. Get that paintbrush, because there was a few parts of this which still needed painting. So let's stick a few a little bit of detail work down on some of that. And I believe that some of these needed a bit of paint as well. So let's stick a bit of paint on them. Yes. And what else? Did I miss any? I don't think so. Catalyst says hello, Taz. Chris says hello, Taz. There we go. Oh, he's celebrating. He's celebrating with a roll onto his back. Ah! Look at his little grey beard. People are saying hello to you, Taz. Oh God. Canis Lupus says your Pelicanimimus 9 minutes in. Nice. Catalyst says I'm going to go for the night. Goodbye. Thank you for joining us, Catalyst, and catch you again real soon. Okay. Yeah. Very nice. Okay, so stick replace on. And then go in. It's time for invisible fence. Let's see how this looks once invisible fence goes in. Hopefully it looks decent. I did them all as them big concrete walls, so they'd be nice and easy to identify and kind of shuffle out. Hopefully on the dirt they don't leave any kind of residual marks. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. Ooh, it probably would have been a better idea to put the tow track in first. Oof. Yeah, tow track now then. Yes. Chris says, I had to step away to give my dog her eye drops, otherwise I would have said hello earlier. Hey, it's all good. I'm just basically guilting people into engaging with me in the chat via the dog, which has become an emotional pawn in my sick little game. That was a bit full on, I'll be honest, but it's all good. Right, let's get some tow trackage on the go then. Hey! Kind of done it this way, because if I put invisible fence in, I'm not going to be able to figure out, you know what I mean? Like, I've actually gone into fence there. Round the water's edge. Oh no, that's actually into... Yeah, Chris says too real. Yeah, far too real. Yeah, for a Tuesday night stream. That was too real. That was full on, wasn't it? That bit full on. Okay, so that's going to be good. Now that tow track is in, I'm happy with that. Oh look, I managed to navigate around most of the invisible walls, so that's good. Invisible fence. Replace on, and back we go with the invisible fence. Okay. I think when it comes to airlifting the dinosaurs in, I'll just have to make sure that I'm airlifting them all into the ponds. Yeah, otherwise they're going to end up out of bounds. That's going to be annoying. Okay, this is looking good. Invisible fence is... working magic here. Ooh, nearly. Now, let's have a look how, like a rough idea of how that'll look with the tow track going into this. Yeah, this looks desolate, like a nice Triassic layout, do you know what I mean? Just some plants around the water's edge. I think that looks good, in all honesty. A little bit basic in places though, so I'm going to try and jazz it up. But the problem is, if I put down anything, it's gonna mess with me lumps, innit? With me stumps, should I say? Okay, back to rocks. I've missed that bit. Let's get that bit down there. Jessica said, someone said in Discord they didn't like my Pelicanimimus, yet my mod made it to BIS video. Well, like I said to you, Jessica, there's going to be haters. A lot of them comments that you got on Nexus, a lot of the comments that people get on the Nexus who make the mods are completely unfounded. Yeah. Complete BS. Either jealousy that they can't make mods, either jealousy that it's better than the mods they make, or it's literally not up to some kind of unrealistic standard that they have of what mods should be. I don't know. Like, most mods are up to the standard of, do you know what I mean, the base game dinosaurs. And what most people want, not most, but there's some rather toxic people in the comments on the Nexus who expect modders to work for free and provide some of the most intensely good content they've ever seen for free on their request. Loads of mod requests, never make anything though. Yeah, and then criticize any tiny little thing that they don't like about any mod. I don't like that. I don't like that face of the Nexus. It's an ugly face. But it exists, and I see it, and it happens often. Don't listen to them people, yeah? Don't listen. Listen to the positive people. Positive criticism's good. Do you know what I mean? Where someone says, I don't know, it needs to be a bit more like that, or I don't quite like that. That's alright. When someone just goes, it's this, it's that, it's rubbish, whatever, like, well, make a mod yourself then. You know, a lot of the people who are making these comments, I don't see them making mods. So, yeah, we've had this conversation before anyway, so it's, you know, hopefully that cheers you up, yeah? Canis says, yeah, don't worry about those who criticise your work, you did good, yeah. Beyond good, your mods are very good, Jessica, okay? That comes from people who actually appreciate them, yeah? Okay. Okay, Jessica says, thanks, Canis. Jessica says, Canis, you see my upcoming dino on Nexus? Ooh, yeah, that's the Lythranax, if I'm correct, the Lythranax. On Jurassic World the game, Jessica, if you're interested in doing this one, there is actually a Glythranax, which is a mixture of the Glyptodon, which is like a mammal thing. It's got like this big dome shell on its back, kind of like a mammal Ankylosaurus, and it's a mixture of that and the Lythranax. Would you be interested in just getting your Lythranax model and then creating a Glythranax out of it as well? Not a bad idea. If you've already got the Lythranax made, a little bit of adaptation there, and then you've got yourself a Glythranax hybrid as well. I don't know why, but I'm always pushing to get Jurassic World the game hybrids, because I really love a lot of them hybrids. Canis Lupus says, not yet, I will do that. I'm currently on my phone watching this. I'll have a look tomorrow. Yeah, Jessica, just search Glythranax. That's all you need to look for. Yeah, basically Lythranax with a G on the front of it, Glythranax, and you'll see it. It looks very, very good as well. It's like you'll see. I'm not going to explain every little detail of it, but it looks good. Okay, so anything else that anyone wants to see added to this Triassic exhibit? It looks a touch on the plain side, I will be honest. I may even come back to that like while not on stream and just put some finishing touches on that. But I feel like I'm spending too much time on that enclosure now. I want to kind of move on. Next up then, the African exhibit. Ooh, and then we're nearly at the end of that row. And then it is literally Victory Row then, just getting these put in. Okay, Jessica says, what do you think of the Lythranax? Okay, Jessica says, send me the pic in Discord. Yes, I choose not to have Discord open when I'm streaming, because if anybody tags me or pings me, basically I'm capturing desktop audio. So on stream it's like, boom, boom, boom. Do you know what I mean? I don't like that. When I'm watching videos or streams and Discord keeps going off, it's annoying because then you're checking your own Discord all the time. You know what I mean? I'd rather just say, I'll be on Discord after the stream. Yeah. Much easier that way, because I'm not going to be speaking to anybody on Discord anyway while I'm streaming. So, yeah, straight after the stream, I'll send you the picture. Deal. I won't forget. I am pretty good at remembering. Yeah. Okay, so Enclosure 20 is the African exhibit. And so far, I've only been given a few names. Eocarcharia and Laparentosaurus. So would anybody like to give me names of some more African new species dinosaurs, please? Please, 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 because I've only got the names of 2 at the minute. This is also going to be a fairly... Oh! Alexandra, hello there, says, what about for Africa? Rainforest Chunkingosaurus, Default Coryphosaurus, 1993, Brachiosaurus and Tundra, Struthiomimus. There is them, but the thing is, this is a new species park only. So the only dinosaurs that are going in this are new species mods only. Yeah, sorry to say it, but there is basically other ones of them. But I think the Corythosaurus is American, I believe. Chunkingosaurus is Asian. Brachiosaurus is also American. And the Struthiomimus is either American or Asian, I believe. So, yeah. Jessica says, can you make room for my Lythronax? Yes, if you just let me know where the Lythronax is from, please. Is it African, Asian? You know, because I'm trying to pad out these African and Asian exhibits, I will be honest, with new species names. Alexandra Correa says, what about Concavinator, like any Concavinator? Ooh. Yes. Lythronax is American, yeah. There is a lot of dinosaurs from America, so if I did an American enclosure, it's just going to end up being an absolute... yeah, it's going to be too full. You know what I mean? It's going to be way too full. Now, if you remember, I will just get through the chat 1 second, but this is enclosure 18. This one, should I say? If I'm right, yeah. This is the T-Rex family enclosure, so there will be Zoocheng Tyrannus, a load of other T-Rex mods in there. But I will have the baby T-Rex in there. Do you know the infant T-Rex? Don't get me wrong, I will accept, on very strict conditions, non-replaced skins. Yeah, non-replaced skins, but only on a very strict basis. For example, Bumpy the Ankylosaurus, I would be happy to include that because it is kind of a new model anyway. And same with the infant T-Rex, it could release as a new species, let's be honest, but it's a different cosmetic variant of the T-Rex. So yeah, Jessica says Carcharodontosaurus is from Africa. Yep, but it is new species only. I'm just catching up on the chat there. There we go. There we go. Alexandra says, okay, what about the Afro Venator? Yeah, the thing is, they've not been made new species yet. The Afro Venator, Joe Barrier or Paraloa Titan, they've not been made as new species yet. So, I'm just trying to figure out the best way. I'm going to have to just go through them, I think, one by one, and write a separate list. That's okay, Alexandra. I'm happy to take suggestions. Don't get me wrong. I'm always happy. Yes. There we go. Candice says, looks good. Do you like the red around the eyes? Do like the red around the eyes. Gives a more evil look. Sinister. Yes. Yeah, that's the thing. Every single enclosure in this game, Alexandra, is going to be new species. Okay, Jessica says, what about Africasaurus? Is that a new species already? Just let me know. If you can confirm it's a new species, I will add it into the list. But at the minute, I've got enclosure 20 sat here and 2 names. And I kind of want at least 5 or 6 names for this enclosure. Just saying. Yeah. I'm sure probably a few of the Spinosaur species are going to be African. The Spinosaurus is from Africa. I think Majungasaurus, that could be from India, but it could be from Africa as well. Not really sure. Sounds like it could be from either. But anything that's any like dinosaur that's based on the Majungasaurus could possibly be from Africa. Just trying to come up with ideas now. There was that. If you look up the Spinosaurid pack, yeah, there's 3 in there. There's the Sigilmassasaurus, Oxalia, and what was the other one that's in there? Yeah, Bahariasaurus. Canis Lupus says Bahariasaurus. Is the Bahariasaurus African? Yes. All you have to do is type in the dinosaur's name on Google. I hate to have people Google things for me. It's kind of a pet hate of mine. Jessica says, what about Irritator? I think Irritator is South American, not African. Yes, just type the dinosaur name, go on the Wikipedia page, and just see where the fossils are found. That's, if you want to just do a little bit of research for me while I put the enclosure together. I know that's really lazy of me, and I do apologise. But yeah. Yeah, my apologies. But I do need more names. At least 3 or 4 more names just to pad out the Africa exhibit. Bearing in mind, these exhibits were viewer suggestions. So essentially, if the viewer suggestions, I would kind of like a little bit of help, at least filling them out with the dinosaurs that people want, or the ones that people can think of, you know what I mean? Okay. Canis Lupus says Bahariasaurus then. According to Google, it is. Okay, let's get that Bahariasaurus in then. It does sound like it's like got a bit of an African name there. Like a lot of the African and Indian dinosaurs, you can kind of tell because they have like a random J somewhere in the name. Rajasaurus, Majungasaurus. I'm just thinking that one from... yeah, that Shringosaurus, almost. G and J are quite similar. But, that's Indian as well. Shringosaurus. It sounds a bit, Asian, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? Yes. Rajasaurus. Yeah, Raja means like king or sultan or something in Indian, I believe. So it's kind of like the king lizard. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe not. Okay, so I've got Bahariasaurus written in there. That's kind of like a T-Rex looking thing, isn't it? Eocarcharia, Laparentosaurus, that's good. The Asian exhibit, however, I've got loads of names on there. We've got Zhucheng Tyrannus, Aliaramus, Equigibus, Guanlong, Fukuiraptor, Fukui Venator. Trying my best not to mix that up for swear words there. Tarbosaurus, Wuerhosaurus as well. Sigilmassasaurus. We've got one. Thank you very much, Chris. Thank you. Sigilmassasaurus. And just while I'm making this enclosure, if you can just look through new species, and if you can find 1 or 2 more that are African ones, African fossils, that would be lovely, because look at the size of this enclosure. It's gonna take some work, innit? Do you know what I mean? But if you see, all the other enclosures are like really... they're all tailored to what they're meant to be. And I don't want the enclosures like that. There looks very generic to me. That's a T-Rex enclosure. I'm going to put some more detail work in on that. And this one. Because that looks very plain. I might just add a bit of shale and whatever. Because the mud texture looks... it looks okay, but you can tell it's a repeating texture. Stands out a mile, doesn't it? Whereas if you break the enclosure up with trees and different terrain paints and everything, it looks much better. Canis Lupus says, apparently they found some Coelophysis fossils in Zimbabwe. Okay, let's Coelophysis. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a mishmash enclosure, that one, because yeah, from completely different periods in time, but it is what it is. So what I'll do is then I think I'll get through this enclosure 20 and then see how we're doing for time from there. This shouldn't take too long, this one. I'm going to do my usual shtick with this one. You know, get a bit of terrain, you know, moving about. Put a little bit of elevation and everything there. African exhibit, so it wants to be kind of flat. A little bit of mud, maybe a little bit of shale. Kind of dry and arid, not many trees. And I think I'll go with the Triassic trees for it as well. Not them dead looking ones, not them, but the tall ones. They remind me of them trees. I think they're called like baobabs or something, the trees. But, you know, you see them and, you know, they're like distinctive to Africa, them trees. So they kind of remind me of them, if you know what I mean. That's what I'm kind of going for with that. Obviously, they're not, I don't know, they're probably not from prehistoric Africa, but just doing my best to put anything that looks remotely African in the African exhibit. Okay, let's get this running through. I think if obviously in the Africa exhibit, I think it's going to look nice if we have a very small creek that just runs through. I think that'll look good. Very, very small creek though. So let's get the radius down on that. The creek can kind of come out of here. How wide is that? I'm just trying to see. Not ideal. Too high as well, that's the problem. So we'll have to lower that down a touch. I will smooth that out in the other enclosure as well. Canis Lupus says maybe make a river to look like the River Nile. Yeah, I'm kind of going with just like an almost dry riverbed, if you know what I mean. Chris says 8 ball, time for another heist. Ah, jumping Jawillicas, it is. That looks good. But I will need to create a small gap in that. But if that's a riverbed, I will need to kind of raise the edges a slight bit there, just to kind of give it that riverbed-ish look. Might even give this a mud or rock texture as well. Doesn't matter if the water goes a bit narrower, because it does want to look like just a kind of drying up stream. That's absolutely fine. And I like the way it goes into the trees and kind of hides the fact that it starts nowhere and goes nowhere. But for the purpose of the enclosure, that's going to look pretty good anyway, I think. Methinks. That's alright, because obviously the tour vehicle will need to pass through anyway. Yeah. Probably not there, though. Unless, kind of like that, through there, round into there, yeah, and then yeah, I think that'll look good, I think, like that. So let's go now then onto the next bank. Create like a proper dry riverbed. For any water that gets deleted, I will just go back in and sort that out. Well, Chris has asked if it's time for another heist, but I'm yet to see the heist go in. If anybody starts a heist, I will join this one. I'll join it. Why not? Okay, and then kind of into them trees. That looks good. Heist 1000. Holy moly. Urgent message from Dr. Wu. Do you remember that on, what is it, JPOG? Urgent message from Dr. Sadler. All the time on it. I'll go all in. 10G. Bearing in mind that is a result of basically every time I've awarded points to you guys, I've inadvertently awarded them to myself as well. Just to cover for how many points I've got. Just to justify how many points I've got. Okay. Have I joined the group of mercenaries? I did type in heist. That's annoying. I think 10,000 might be too much. Yeah. Yeah, it's too late. Okay. I'm still counting on how many dead assets. So it's a partial win. Oh, look at that. Canis Lupus loses 100 there. Unlucky, mate. Unlucky. Yeah, don't worry too much if you can't see your points, because I'll probably be able to see your points on here. Nope. Oh, maybe. Yes, I can. Still says Canis Lupus has 150 points. Okay. Nice. Okay, just checking up on that. Yes, all looking good. Very nice. back to the standard 100 again. Now, I think you got 150, according to this. Yeah. Chris with his 6,470 Wondercoins. Yeah, like I say, it will get a lot more fun when you can actually use them to trigger different things in the stream. You know, it will be very fun. Trust me. Other people do it, and it's very fun to interact on the stream that way. Just random dinosaur sounds and animations and little clips from the film and that. It'd be really good, and it all plays on the film. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure, Canis Lupus. Bearing in mind the coins just get awarded for the amount of time that you just like spend on the stream. They're just thingy. But I'd say 99% of the coins that are currently floating around in the chat are all ones that I've just given away. Last stream, when I first introduced the stream bot, yeah, I gave away so many. It was like 1,000. I was just doling them out just so people could test them. Yeah. Like I say, it might seem a little bit lame now, the chatbot, but when it gets to the point where that you can use them for stuff in the stream, that's when the fun begins. So it'll be very, very fun. I promise. Just working bit by bit. Do you know what I mean? Bit by bit by bit. Okay, so we need to flatten this off. Radius a bit higher than that. Want this kind of... That's it, kind of smooth. Yes. Then I'll add a bit of bit more variety to them and everything. Chris says, 8-ball. Are the slots rigged? I can answer that for you, mate. Yes, they probably are. But bearing in mind, I didn't program them. That's my defense anyway. Yeah. Okay. Just trying to raise up the landscape a little bit, just so it's a uniform kind of height up to the bank. And I think I'm going to want to raise up even more like that and smooth that off. Yes, this Africa enclosure is going to look very good, I promise. I will probably have to invisible wall that bit of fence as well. Well, that's okay. That's something I can deal with. Just making sure it goes well. That's the main thing. So let's get another bit of wall then. And wall off. First things first. We have to make sure that we can actually get a gate through this. I'll have to kind of maneuver the rest of that around that. No, it's alright. Chris says, does the give command work? It should, but I've not seen it work yet. Still very early days. Very, very early days for that chatbot. Most things are not programmed in. So, yeah, take that as you will. Yeah, I'm just checking a couple of bits in the background of row right there. Let's just double check. I'm just checking the Nexus mods page, making sure that nothing new's dropped while the stream's been on the go. There we go. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so I put that gate there. That's not going to be the actual gate. That's just where the tour gate's going to be. And then basically use the smoothing tool to make this look a bit more natural. Give 10 to Wonders GTA game. I don't need your coins. But thank you. I know it's just to test it. I know. Okay. Right, let's go for the radius up then. Intensity down. Radius down, actually. And just loosely smooth this riverbank. Yes. And then I'll add a bit more detail work to the terrain as it goes along. Probably going to want that as rock, I think. Smooth, 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 smooth. Gently smoothing. That's alright. It's going okay for now. That's looking like it's getting smooth nice. Needs more smoothing though. Let's go for more radius, more intensity. Okay, because obviously we're into the bit now where it's a wider area where I don't need to be as detailed there. It looks as though that give command hasn't worked. Leave that to me. I'll get working on adding the correct commands over time as I learn it, basically. Still very new to the Streamlabs bot. Yes. A lot of potential tongue twisters. Okay. That's right. Chris says the banks next to the river are a nice touch. Yes, mate, I was thinking that actually. And once it becomes, I think I'll do it like with that as rock. Like rock along the edges, a little bit of mud around the edge, green everywhere else, a load of like marshy plants in the water. Make it look really boggy, that kind of like dried up, harsh looking riverbed. I think it'll look nice when it's done. Quite arid with them thingy trees in there. Yeah, just a few little small clusters of these trees. Yeah, I think that's what I'm aiming for. Something that looks like quite parched. Yeah. There's method in the madness. Okay, so radius is up there. I will have to invisible fence a load of that edge as well. So let me put the smoothing tool on. Kind of go along this edge. Because I don't want that to affect the other enclosures, if you know what I mean. Don't want that enclosure affecting. Not infecting, affecting. So let's put that in like that. So then that wall is back to smooth again. And then I'll do that along this edge. Just so things are nice and neat for the next enclosure builds. I'm happy for the gate to be up on the ridge like that. That's fine. I like that. That's looking very, very good. So let's put in these silly, massive concrete walls. And then I know which ones they are then to be turned into invisibles. Just along any edge that slumps towards that fence wall there. This will be invisible walls, obviously. I know I've just said that numerous times, but just clarifying is all. And then any other piece of that. Nah, I think it was just that edge that needed doing. That was all. So let's get the terrain thing out. Let's drop a save. That's obviously a good idea there. They want to be smoothed off because they just look too silly. Radius down. Intensity is fine. Let's kind of just smooth them out a bit. That looks good. Then we want the raise tool. Quite a wide radius, not too intense. Just kind of pad this out a little bit, make it look not too flat on the top. Something like that. Yeah, I like that. I like that. That's good. Then do the same thing over here. Yep, I'm liking this. Is everybody else liking the look of this enclosure so far? Obviously, I will fix up that river in a second. We'll just fix that up. Won't take much. Okay. I'll tell you what, my park building skills are leveling up fast. I'm learning fast doing this. I basically just need a gap just big enough for the tow track to be able to get through on that side there. It can be a little bit bumpy getting up that, but don't really care. Yeah, that looks so, like, not watery. It looks very dry is what I mean to say. All of this riverbed wants to be mud. No doubt. So let's get the dirt brush. And we'll do that right away. And then I'm going to be doing rock brush up along the banks. So it looks like even more parched. You know what I mean? All this enclosure wants to look very parched. So all in this riverbed up to the edges. There's a few bits where it flattens out as well, but that's all good. That looks good anyway, in all honesty. Catalyst says, guess who's back? Back again. Catalyst is back. Tell a friend. Yes. Hello there. Welcome back. Yes. Stepped away from the Triassic exhibit. I'm going to come back to that to put the finishing touches on it. But currently working on the Africa enclosure. And it's going very, very well. The plan is in action. Okay, that looks good. So we've got like a dried up riverbed that goes through it, which looks very, very nice. Obviously, from the air, it looks ridiculous because the water kind of comes from nowhere, goes to nowhere. Looks like it could connect up to that body of water in there. But from the tow track, if the tow goes in here, has a little circle there, it looks like it just comes through there. And then if we follow the riverbank around in the tow vehicle, this is where the tow track will go. Actually, yeah, the tow track crosses at this point over to that side, going round. That will be invisible fence, that big fence there, and then goes out there. That looks pretty good. Okay. I know I get a little bit cringe from time to time. Okay, and then just a little bit of rock brush, just to make it look extra arid along this riverbank. Wants to look dry. So dry. Yeah, it looks nice. I will pepper in a little bit of dirt texture there as well. Not all about the mud. Probably a little bit of grass as well. Yeah, it's going to need a whole combination of different things. This is just like the base coat, if you know what I mean, of what it's going to be. The majority of it, but there will be a bit of grass texture peppered in. Few plants and everything, few assets, scenery items and whatnot. This is just the base layer. Catalyst says, cringe makes the world go round and cringe makes the world happy. I tell you what, you can't beat a bit of cringe. If you ain't cringing, you ain't living. Yeah. I've just remembered invisible walls kind of makes, you know, any fence thingy kind of makes it go looking like mud. So that invisible fence will have to just remain looking like mud, unless I do it just like a little bit of mud just around the edge. Yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. Kind of like that. Yeah, it'll have to do. These enclosures are taking a little bit longer. It is kind of to be expected because they are tailored to a specific area. They kind of need to be a bit more detailed in the scope and design. So hopefully you're enjoying seeing the process of how I'd build enclosures like this based on what you've requested in previous streams. Hopefully it's going well. FSV, hello there, dude. FSV's my young apprentice. Way back in my drone flying days, you know what I mean? Took him under me wing, you know what I mean? How's it going, dude? Welcome. Cheers for joining. I hear you finished school now. Yeah, FSV's the younger brother of my girlfriend. Real cool dude he is. Real cool. Rubbish at FIFA, but cool. Just never let it go, do I? Never let it go. Oh well, it's all a good laugh. Okay, so I'm just adding in the mud texture along here. That's all good. Catalyst says, Alan Grant, who do you think you are? John Hammond. John Hammond, LOL. FSV says, ready for a FIFA smashing soon. Yep, you're not far off, mate. You've been cruising for a bruising for a while on FIFA. You've been ducking me. I've been getting ducked. For sure. Okay, so that's mud around the edge of the exhibit. It's now time to get rid of them fences because it's kind of putting off the aesthetics. Ruining my mojo. There we go. Let's get rid of that. I think it is going to just require some trees around the edge. I hate to do trees though at this point. It seems to be a bit of a trope I've got going. Okay, a bit of a radius there. Bit of intensity. And just a little bit of forest then. This will take some time. Infinite parrot for the win. Catalyst says, even though other girls hate Jurassic World, I love it. You'd be surprised. Yeah, you'd be surprised. There is a big following, yeah, I think, of girls for Jurassic World and Jurassic Park and that. Okay, so as you can see, where I put the invisible fence, it's created a bit of a quandary where I can't quite place trees properly. But the main concern of mine is making sure that it looks good on the tour ride. And as long as thin trees like that look good on the tour ride, then I'm happy. Oh, Finn will tell you. Finn, it's roasting tonight, innit, mate? Finn's not round here, but he only lives round the corner. Roasting tonight. I'm melting. Like the Wicked Witch from Wizard of Oz. Absolutely melting. Yeah, I don't know either. Okay. Oh, God. Putting trees down on this is painfully slow. Painfully slow. There we go. So no space for trees down the back there. Catalyst says, and I do get bullied at school by boys saying, stop watching Jurassic World, it's for boys, but I ignore them. Yeah, don't listen. Yeah. Losers. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Hey up. The dog's dreaming. Look. He's woke up. Ah! I'm not kidding. There was one time. That was a bit intense, that wasn't it? Shh. Someone's breaking in the house. No, I'm not kidding. There's this one time. He was laid next to me on the settee. And he'd fell asleep. And I just very gently got my hand. And I put it on the back of his neck. You know, just got him just by the loose skin on his neck. And just lifted his head real gentle. And I just gently wobbled it. And he was completely like, and I just put him down really gentle. And he was still asleep. Oh, God. Yeah, I don't know. The things you do. Chris says dinosaurs are for everyone. Yes. And Jurassic Park films are as well. Do you know what I mean? Don't worry about what idiots say. Yes. That's looking good. Anyone else agree that that looks good? I'll put a little bit more thickness in that corner there, just to round it off. I don't like 90-degree angles. I can't believe I just said that. This is Isla Quadrado. Every single enclosure is a square or a rectangle. But, in my defence, I've designed them in such a way where they don't seem like rectangles. You know what I mean? It's all designed around the tour track. So what I mean is I do like rectangular exhibits because you can maximise your space. As you can see here, there's not a single bit of space wasted. But the thing is, you can kind of carve different elements of the enclosure to make it so a tour track going through. You know, you'd never guess that every single enclosure was just a big rectangle or a big square. That dog, he's fell asleep upside down. What's he doing? To be a dog. It's such a simple life. Okay, so I'll put trees all around the edge. And then we'll work on that. Catalyst says they're haters and it looks amazing. Well, thank you very much. I'm working on it. So just to make this a bit more realistic, I may even... No, I'll keep the fence there. The fence makes it look kind of good, I think. Parrots. Loads of parrots. Okay, so steaming along now. Okay. Hey, yeah, Finn, if you're still there, mate, let me know if you're still there in the chat. Because there's a chat bot now. And you can do, like, heists for coins and that. It's really, really fun. Okay, I'll put a few trees around that entrance there. Just to kind of hide the fact. Just to kind of hide the fact that there's invisible fence all the way around that. I know, yeah. Parrots. Straight on it with the parrot emojis there. So if I just kind of simulate where the tour track's going to go, if it comes in like that, kind of turns sharply down this bank, round along the riverbed a little bit, then up the bank, up the hill, yeah, then kind of down this bank, up over here, and then kind of ride the rest of the bank, so you'll be able to see all the dinosaurs drinking along the riverbed, and then through this gate here. I might even invisible fence that lot when the time comes as well. That's looking good though. Bad Eye Riley, hello there, welcome to the stream. He says, glad to see you using Streamlabs, dropping in to smash a like. Thank you very much, mate. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Yeah, this is late. Yeah, very late for me too. Yeah. Right, I'm just going to kind of experiment with a little bit of rock paint. Want this to look very, very arid and dry. But not so it's not like there's no grass, you know what I mean? Just so it looks almost like it's mostly just arid. With a hint of grass. Yeah. That's good. This is the Africa exhibit, so we want this to be kind of very dry looking. Just peppering in the dry dirt texture. Very dry. Catalyst is seeing how many points he's got. She's got, should I say. Sorry. So easy when you speak generally, do you know what I mean? Just to say he for everything. Even when I refer to the dinosaurs in this game, it's a he. I don't know why. Just, I don't know, natural ways of speaking for me, I guess. Okay, that looks good. Now we need to add in some scenery items. It's time for some of them trees we talked about. Now remember, in the Africa exhibit, there is going to be a Bahariasaurus as well. So there is going to be that fish feeder. I think we need a couple of decaying Apatosaurus skeletons. A heist is now underway in the chat. Chris dives in with 1,000, of course. Big spender dives in. We want a couple of nests along the river. What else? Fallen Oraculoxion. Yeah, completely forgot the name. Large fallen log. That'll look good along the riverbed, but the problem is dinosaurs will walk through that and it'll look silly. So I'm not going to include that because it'll need its own invisible fence. Just a few basic rocks along the river's edge though will look kind of good. Some of them in the actual river there. Ooh, yes, everyone gets paid. Get ready, everyone gets paid. There we go. Big payout for everybody. Wow. Nicely done. Yeah, you always know when everyone's going to get paid. Because it's that, well, that went smoother than expected. He's trying to get up. Go on, away. Just doesn't listen. He does listen. There we go. He's on the move. The dog is on the move. They look more like ferns. They look more like European ferns. So I'm not happy using them. They don't look African enough. They're like European ferns. What we want is them. They look like they came from Africa, them plants. So let's get a few of these dotted about because they do look good. We'll have one or two of them along the riverbed as well. Just something like that. And I think there's a variant of that as well. Yeah, let's have some shorter ones. Let's get the big ones in first. Oh, there is that group. Yeah. Dot a load of these about then. Okay. Very nice. One of them kind of in amongst them. Yeah, I don't really want them against there. That's fine. Let's get a few more of these in. This is looking good for the Africa exhibit. I like this. It looks very arid. What's that there? Chris says, well done, Catalyst. You took a risk there. Oh, yes, indeed. Well played. I'll tell you what would be really mean. Be like, oh, you know, everyone's earned loads of coins and I'm unhappy with how many everyone's got. So I'm like, oh, yeah, I've increased the payouts. And then just change the payouts to 0%. So everyone's like, every time, oh, who brought the bazooka? Who brought the bazooka? Oh, God, I wouldn't do that. You know, I'm just kidding, but Oh, it's just mean, innit? Okay, I think this looks good. So, from coming in from that horrible, did I say horrible, plain enclosure there, relatively plain, into this. This is a real kind of African enclosure. Is everybody else happy with how this looks? Because I really like this. A little bit more detail work in the water, probably some other rocks. See what other rocks there are. Nothing too big. That kind of looks like one of them burnt out jeeps that you'd see, like, you know, like in an African village somewhere. So I think we'll have one of them and maybe some tents just up on this hill. I'm not saying that people would be living in this exhibit, but obviously, for the fact that there is no park entrance, it is quite suspect that, do you know what I mean? The entire park operates. It looks like an abandoned park. That's kind of the look I'm going for. And I'll probably need to invisible fence that because I do know that dinosaurs do walk through all that. So let's just stick down this. Come on, don't give me that. Okay, replace and go for the invisible fence. Yes. Very nice. So we've got a little bit of, like, obviously the tour track will go up round here past that, which looks good. Sorry, I'm having to face palm a little bit about Chris's joke in the chat. He says, sorry, I'm reading a book about anti-gravity and it's impossible to put down. What we going to do with you, mate? What we going to do? Oh, God. No, that is quite funny. I'll gear that. Okay, so if we're all happy then with the Africa enclosure, I will put in the next bit of tour track. Let's do it. This is going to be the longest tour track that YouTube's ever seen. In a legit way. It's not going to be like some naff little tour track either. It's going to be, every exhibit is jam-packed. Oh. Yeah, I will put some more rocks along the bank and everything as well. Yeah, I forgot about the invisible fence. Oh, come on. Yeah, Catalyst says you should add the Pride rock. Yeah, the thing is with them big rocks though, they have serious like issues, you know, when you're not looking at them properly. I will add it though. Okay, let's delete that. And then the gate should just pop on. Ah, yeah. Yeah, like, if we just have a quick look now, because that's probably... Let me put a couple more rocks in then. We'll get Pride Rock in there. I think I have used Pride Rock in another enclosure, but we'll just kind of rotate it 90 degrees and no one will notice. It's kind of the way you do it, when you've got limited assets. You just, I don't know, just rotate them 90 degrees. That's Pride Rock, yeah. This will have to be... so it's a shame that's kind of... That looks good up there. I like that. And the good thing is I can invisible fence that. I'm not even going to do it as like visible fence to begin with. I'm just going to invisible fence it right from the off. Yes, that's the ticket. And then 1 or 2 more small rocks in the water as well is what we're looking for. I don't know why I'm on that. And obviously before the stream ends, I will just kind of have a quick show. I'll just show you real quick how big this tour is going to be. It's too big. Just need some little ones. Ooh, they look good. They look good in the water like that. Maybe further down, actually. Don't look kind of right there. Out there. Now, you see what I mean? Just look on the left-hand side of the screen. Pop in, pop out. Pop in. 1 pixel difference. Look. Now, if the tour's going past there and driving past, it'll kind of pop in, pop out. Do you see what I mean? So I'm kind of reluctant to use them big rocks a lot of the time. So let's just have a quick preview, because that's the last work I'm doing on an enclosure tonight. Obviously been going for 2 hours 45. Hey, I'm not complaining. It's been a great stream again. But we're going through here. This is the sauropod enclosure, where there's just a handful of some of the best sauropods. The tour track is right here. I'm just giving you a run through now where we are, so when the next stream begins I don't have to go through this so much. This is the Spinosaurus enclosure. This is so marshy and swampy, it's, you know, beyond belief. Loads of different species of Spinosaurus are going through here. It's a shame Green Warrior's not here to see this. This is basically the enclosure made just for him and his Spinosaurus obsession. There is quite a lot of hidden details in here as well. There's a nesting site and things like that over there. Obviously, I'll know where these things are, so when it comes to the pre-recorded tour video, I can kind of zoom in on the finer details. Through into the swamp enclosure, and obviously you've got like some kind of failed InGen research centre over here, with some supplies and everything. In here is going to be the Dinosuchus, the croc, the Semosuchus, the pug-nosed croc, Carbonimus, the turtle, Dimetrodon, that sail fin thing. There's now 2 of them actually. I know there's a patch for compatibility, but we'll have to see about that. Might even take a vote of which one people want. I prefer the newer one. Just saying. Then I'm doing this from memory at this point, into Draco Venator. This is a Dilophosaurus enclosure. So this is Draco Venator, novel Dilophosaurus, and I'll probably include that adult Dilophosaurus skin that released today, which is basically its own new model. So the Jas 14, hola. Hello, mate. I hope you're well. Thank you for joining us. Chris says love the Spino enclosure. Yeah, that is particularly nice. I'm not going to go back to it. It's miles away. Yeah, I did just show it. This here is the Cenozoic Pleistocene mammal enclosure with, just off the top of my head, mammoth, the woolly rhino, Kalenkin, Gastornis. That's kind of like a simulated bird bath. I think that was Green Warrior's idea as well. All the other mammals, you know, Smilodon, Asteminosuchus, blah, blah, blah. Any mammal is going in there. Maybe even the chinchilla. Going through here into the small... this is the cute dinosaur enclosure. This is just going to be packed with all of them little Psittacosaurus, Compy, not meat eaters as such, but, you know, all the real cute small dinosaurs that are covered in the cute short compilation. I'll all go in there. That's why it's a small enclosure. Kind of want it small because otherwise they're hard to see. Next up is... Now I am going to have to read because I'm losing track now. Bearing in mind that's a lot to remember. Okay, small dinosaurs. Looking for the enclosure 7 page. I'm going to have to organise all of this. It's getting beyond a joke. Oh, small carnivores then. So this is Eoraptors and Compyrigs and whatnot that's going in here. Basically a follow-on from the cute dinosaur enclosure. Yes. Next up after that, this is the Hadrosaur enclosure. hadrosaurs, iguana rigs, iguana don rigs. So it's semi-foresty, temperate. Yeah, looking nice. Next up in this enclosure is the Herrerasaurus rigs, of which there is 17 or 18 different new species of them. Yes, Canis Lupus says bird bath was my idea from when I watched Prehistoric Parks of the Terror Bird. Yes, mate, my apologies. Yeah, there's been so many ideas. That was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, so I do apologise there. Yeah, in here is Herrerasaurus rigs, of which there is many. There's 16 or 17 Herrerasaurus rigs minimum. So just as many of them as I can get in here. In numbers as well. I want maybe 50 or 60 Herrerasaurus in this enclosure. I'm just kind of speeding through because it is going to be an absolute Herrerasaurus, like kind of redwood safari going through here. Yeah, there is a lot of ideas. Many ideas. Next up in this one then is the Eutyrannus. Possibly another. I might have to incorporate some of Jess's mods into this one as well. The Orcosaurus, Daspletosaurus, and the Lythranax probably will end up in there. Next up is the Raptor enclosure. In here is going to be Raptor rigs. So we're talking Utahraptor, Dakota Raptor, possibly the Mega Raptor, not the Excava Raptor. You'll see that one in a minute. And possibly a whole handful of them lovely non-replace raptor skins as well. There is tall grass in here. Probably going to get 30 or 40, maybe 50 raptors in that enclosure, just to make sure you're definitely going to see raptors. This one is very special. The tour track goes in. I will give you an overview. It's all invisible, walled up properly. The tour track goes in. This is the Excava Raptor enclosure. And as you go in, this is the Excava Raptor pit. So it looks kind of like the Excava Raptors have dug this out themselves. And then obviously on the way out. So that's the Excava Raptor pit, which is very nice. I do like that. And this next one is a fairly simple enclosure, which is just for a Thanatotherastes. This is going to be one hell of a long park tour. It's going to be 3 hours, this park tour. It's going to be. Enclosure 14 is the arthropod enclosure. See example to the left of the pop-in, pop-out rock. So in here we've got the Arthroplura, Diplocaulus, and the Pterygoteus. So this is like a swamp. Looks like it's been abandoned, marshy. Do like this. It's kind of like the Spinosaurus swamp, but not quite as marshy, because you kind of want to see them in the water and crossing over, like them weird bugs and them like horseshoe crabbish sort of things. Next up then will be the Stegosaurid and Ornithomimids enclosure. So it's fairly straightforward, this one. Probably put in some more detail work on this as it goes along. But for now, Stegosaurus, there's not that many. There's that Hesperosaurus, Wuerhosaurus. I'm going to be a load of Ornithomimids, probably Jess's Pelicanimimus, and a few of the others in there as well. Enclosure 16 is Ceratopsians. Got another abandoned campsite there. Tons of good Ceratopsian mods. I'll probably put a vote out on which ones to use on this. Probably cherry pick some out of maybe the top 50 as well, out of the vote. Yeah, just goes round. These enclosures they do look very distinctly different, each enclosure as well, which is what I like. 17 again is hadrosaurs again. Oh yeah, there is numerous hadrosaur ones that I do like though. That is Iguana Colossus. I may have to change that up a little bit. We'll have to see. But that's where the hadrosaurs go. That's why I've made it kind of kind of semi-watery, temperate for the hadrosaurs. Chris says I voted for both Protoceratops. Oh, very nice. I don't like one of them myself. Its legs move a bit weird. Just saying. Next up is T-Rex family. So T-Rex based dinosaurs plus the infant T-Rex as well. We want a few baby ones running around in here for the ontogeny. Learnt a new word recently. Then we move on to the Triassic exhibit. In here we'll have Liliensternus, Eoraptor, Postosuchus, Niosaurus, Plateosaurus, Mosasaurus, Gajerasaurus, Triassic foliage. That's obviously not a dinosaur. And then that Shringosaurus. So obviously this is what we've worked on today. We've got like just very arid, inhospitable looking Triassic landscape. Not bad. Might put some finishing touches on that. Then we move on to the Africa exhibit. Semi-arid, very arid to semi-arid, with a semi-dried up riverbank, abandoned campsite, and then a winding tour track that crosses the dried up-ish riverbed. Rocks sticking out, maybe a little bit more detail work, but who knows. And that's where we're up to on that. And bearing in mind there's still the Asian exhibit here, the Jagged Fang and Advanced Operation Genesis only enclosure. They have very, very crisp, vivid skins. So it'd be like the Yangchuanosaurus or something like that. It's got a really weird name. Obviously there's the Jagged Fang Torvosaurus. Loads of different things. Jad says, looks like we had the same idea for the African landscape. Yes, I think that looks very good. Semi-arid with African-ish looking trees. I like that. And obviously got to throw Pride Rock in as well from the Lion King. Okay, so that's the Jagged Fang and AOG enclosures. Next up will be the aquatic enclosures. And I am going to adjust this off stream so it will accommodate the Ophthalmosaurus, which is the new dolphin-looking dinosaur thing, the film-accurate Mosasaurus, the Megalodon, and the Elasmosaurus. It will be divided into 4 now, not into 2. So then at each section, as you come in, as you look left, you'll be able to see all the different ones. And because it'll be divided, they'll be kind of pushed closer to the edge as well, so that's good. The tour track actually goes along this, and it crosses the water, but not so deep that the car gets submerged. So I like that. Round here, along this rocky bank, so you get even more chance to look at the dinosaurs. So they all get the same amount of representation in there. 24 is the Walking with Dinosaurs, Seismo and Torvosaurus. Basically, someone asked for a Walking with Dinosaurs enclosure with Big Al and Diplodocus from the Walking with Dinosaurs episode. Big Al is now a non-replaced skin. So hopefully there is a Walking with Dinosaurs non-replaced Diplodocus skin. And I'm happy to do that and not use the Seismosaurus. Because I will let you know now, the Seismosaurus is pretty much going to be in the top 10. You know, it's got that many votes. It's hard to say it's not going to be in the top 10. There's a few others as well. It's very, very close. I'm not saying anything else. Enclosure 25 is non-replaced skins. So any of these non-replaced skins, there's going to be a whole load of them in Enclosure 25. Jad says, yeah, love the result. And in my city, SOA area. Sorry, I've butchered that. SAO area. SAO area, is that right? Morocco. We still nowadays have Araucarias in real life. I'm going to go to sleep now. I have school tomorrow. Have a good time. I'll catch the next stream. Nice to meet you, buddy. Thank you for coming in, and I'll catch you again real soon, okay? I'm just going through just the last few of these enclosures then. 27 is the South America. We're missing enclosure 25. 25 is not even listed. So I might have an enclosure to fill yet, but that's fine. We'll work on that when we get to it. 26 will be the non-replaced skins one. 27, South America. 28, Coelurus and Lungfish. Coelurus and Lungfish. Yeah, I might have to adapt that one a little bit. 29 is the Founders Enclosure. The first 5 new species. So that would be the Pachyrhinosaurus, Torvosaurus, and the other early ones. I can't remember the first 5, but I will get round to that. Canis Lupus says Esauria, I believe. Oh, thank you very much, mate. Oh yeah, the Dimetrodon, the other Dimetrodon, so I will have to get the compatibility patch. The old Dimetrodon will go in here, the new Dimetrodon will go in the other thingy there. Yes, and then the top 10 Safari, obviously the vote closes tomorrow, so the top 10 of that vote will end up going in here. Very, very nice. And then basically in here will be 4 of the gnarliest hybrids. Obviously we're talking E750. What else is a gnarly thingy? Chris says, did you mention Carbonimus? Yes, that is for enclosure number 3. Yes, the swamp, which is all the way over here. Yes, lots of big turtles, big tortoises in here. Well, there will be. I'll probably have a vote on what new species hybrids to put in here. The E750 is a given, let's be honest. That Pentarodontosaurus looks ridiculous. You know, the carnivore with a big Triceratops head thing on it. There's the Dicronicus, which looks crazy as well. Let's not forget the Dracoden Titan. That needs to go in there. Just for sheer ridiculousness, probably the Carcara Monstrum. Basically, I'm going to invisible wall it and have it divided into 4. Circular, but then divided into 4 down the middle. With just 1 in each, just to make them look extra dangerous, because they're up in the volcano. And then the tow track comes down, just for one last yee-haw down the volcano. And the tour ends. That's the plan. I mean, just look how long this tour track is. And the speed that the tour vehicle moves is glacial. Super slow. So hopefully the tour vehicle won't get bashed about by the dinosaurs too much. But we're talking, I mean, I've built, there we go. Let me just check there. Jad says it's pronounced Isawira. 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 Isawa. It's a real tongue twister. I do apologise if I'm butchering it. But yeah, I wish you all the best. Thank you for dropping in, dude. And I'll catch you again real soon, okay? I've built a park which was about a third this size before. It took about 40 minutes to get round. So hopefully when it comes to me recording the video for this in 4K, rendering it in 4K, it's probably going to be 12 hours minimum to render, 3 hours worth in 4K like max settings. Hopefully you're all there for the premiere. Oh god. Once it's all finished, there's still at least 2 or 3 more streams minimum to get the rest of these enclosures done. I will be doing some work behind the scenes just to add some finishing touches to some of these enclosures. Some of them like this, it looks a bit plain. The framework's in place, it just needs a little bit more doing to it. The aquatic section needs work. The volcano needs finishing. All stuff that's, fairly tedious. So I'd rather do that off stream. I'm very glad I did this volcano off stream. You know what I mean? Okay, Jad says first ones were perfect. Bye. Okay. Isawira. 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 Maybe close. So yeah, it's going to be an epic park tour. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, that is the 3-hour mark from me. I am going to call it a night there. I did kind of say 10 minutes ago I would be finishing up shortly enough. So I'd like to thank you all once again for joining me. Honestly, the support you're all giving me at the minute is crazy. Thank you for being in the chat for so long. Announcing when you've arrived, announcing when you got to go. It just gives me a good idea who's in. So I can kind of tailor these enclosures to the requests that you guys have made. And I'm really looking forward to getting this save file uploaded as well so you can all use it. Yes, it's excellent. It's going to be very, very good when it's done, this park. No doubt about that. Okay, so now's the time for me to go. I hope you all have a great week. I may be streaming again, who knows, on Thursday night. So if you want to join me Thursday night, I'll make sure, if I am going to stream, I'll make sure I get that scheduled in an hour or at least an hour or two in advance. Okay. Other than that, have a great week. If I don't stream Thursday, I will be streaming on Saturday night. As always, Saturday night is now my my streaming slot, sometime between 10 and 11 UK time, which would be 5 or 6 Eastern time. So yeah, thank you all for watching, everybody. I will catch you all again real soon. Yeah, farewell, everybody. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Goodbye, Canis Lupus. Thank you, mate. Park is looking very good. Yes, indeed, yo. Erase Gaming. No, damn it, I just missed it. Yeah, sorry, Erase Gaming. We've been going for 3 hours, not including the premiere from earlier. That was another 40 minutes. So I've been on the go about 4 hours tonight. Yeah, feel free to watch it on the replay. I'll give it just a real quick look of how the park's going at the minute before I get off. Let's just have a quick look. This is looking very epic, though. Let's get rid of that widescreen. Get rid of that. I need to kind of jet off into the sky, just to even get an idea of the scale of this park. Yeah, it's going very, very well. This is going to be the biggest tour track Jurassic World Evolution has ever seen. Each enclosure is different, has its own characteristics. Yes, that's enough anyway. I was going to end the stream. Yeah. Catalyst says, how do I add the infant T-Rex? Very easy. Download it, and you'll get a zip file. The folder that's in there, just drop the first folder in the zip file into your OVL data, and then when you go to your hatchery, do the genetics thing for the T-Rex and go through the skins, and it'll add the infant T-Rex skin to your T-Rexes in the hatchery, okay? If you have any more problems with that, feel free to message me on Discord. I think you have messaged me on there before. If not, I will load up Discord now and throw my Discord name in. So if you have any issues, you know what I mean. Yeah, Catalyst, you have messaged me before. Everybody in the chat at the minute has messaged me before. So, you know what I mean. If you need anything, you know where I am. Any help with the mods or anything, just let me know. You know what it's like. I'm easygoing. So, yes. All the best, everybody. Like I say, I'm going to get off. Have a good week. I'll catch you on Thursday night. If not, Saturday night. I'll schedule everything in advance. Okay. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.